Hey trader, and welcome back to IFX. Okay, so today let's talk about the strategy, the M and the W formation. We have spoken about this on earlier lessons, but right now we're gonna go in more specific, okay? We're gonna be using the dashboard and we're gonna be using the reversal block and the trend blocks to help us, and also the daily candle. So how are we going to actually trade the M and the W formations? As we all know, what do we have in here? If we want to sell, what are we looking for? We're looking for pretty much an M formation, that we first get the block in here. We do not do anything. We absolutely do not trade it. What we're waiting for is that we get some type of a reversal back close to the trend block. Doesn't have to be close to it, but some type of an M formation that in here, when we get another block, which is going to be the reversal block, then we're going to enter over here. Okay, so this is going to be the entry. We're not going to look at anything else, and that is what it's going to be. So the main idea in here is that you focus only on looking on M or W formation. So this is to sell, and the W formation is pretty much the same thing. We first wait for the first leg, right, to happen, the trend block first to happen. We wait for some type of reversal, and then after that, all we do is we wait for a second leg to enter right over here. I know this doesn't look so nice, but this is pretty much what we're looking for. So, the M formation or the W formation does not have to have equal bottoms. They're going to be uneven. So, but this is some sort of it, like what we're looking for. So in here, we're not going to do anything. All we're doing is we're waiting for the second leg to enter on a buy. So M formation is to sell and W formation is to buy the market, right? So how does it actually work? Very simple. Right over here, we're looking at M15. Can this work on any other time frame? Yes. You can do this on M5. You can work on this on M15. You can work on this on H1, on H4. Of course, the higher the time frame, the better it is, but the longer it's going to take. So very simple. Right over here, we're waiting for a trend block to happen first. So this one is colored in red. And then all we're waiting is we don't do anything. The market goes down. And we wait for the market to come back and to give us a reversal block entry right over here. This will be the entry right over here. And what do we do? Is it possible to enter right away just like that when we get some type of information? Yes, it is possible. Can it not work out? Yes, of course, that's possible as well. So one of the things that I would suggest is that to wait when the market or the price is going along with the daily candle. So right over here, this is the daily candle, and the first candle is the 4-hour, and the second candle is the daily candle. So it is best that we go with the daily candle direction. So if we want to sell, we would like to actually go along with the daily candle. Again, there are two possibilities that can happen. That it can work and it cannot work. This is part of the market conditions, So if you wait until the candle, the price goes along with the daily candle, there are higher probabilities. So you could enter right here as soon as we get the block, which would be right here, the entry. Or you can wait and then just enter somewhere around here when the candle, the price is going along with the daily candle. And of course, this actually worked out very nicely. Now, what are the settings that we need to have in order for us to get a W or M formation? So main thing is you're going to go to your indicators list, and the trend block is going to stay at 60. Okay, so the trend block is the one you have to remember what color you're going to be using. This is going to be teal for buy and this crimson to sell. So I go to OK, and then the reversal block is the one that is going to change. Oh, I just got a right here. Okay, so the reversal block now, we can have two settings. We can either change it to 21, or which we might get more alerts and we can get more M or W formations. Again, that could work or not. Or we could leave it at 34. So it's up to you. If you put it at 21, you're gonna get more alerts. If you leave it at 34, you might get less alerts. Okay, so right now, let's just use it as 34. So I go to OK, and then that's it. So again, the main idea in here is we're going along within the same time frame. We're not going to be looking at any other time frame. Of course, it is nice to look at any higher time frame to see the most current trend, but it's okay. You do not have to do that. If you follow this instruction, it's very simple. We wait for the trend block to happen first. We wait for the market to do whatever it is doing. Sometimes we get it within the same day, or we might get it in the next day. So right here we have our separator. This is today and this is yesterday. We look at M15. So now if I get this block right over here, all I'm doing is I'm waiting for this block to sell. Is it possible that you can change the color of this block? Yes, you could do that. And then that could also help you to actually identify what you're doing. So we could do that. We can go all the way at the bottom and then a bullish block, right? I can maybe color in like this light green. And then for the bearish color, I could color in like a light color as well. So now what we're doing is I'm going light pink that goes along with the red dark color, right? So I'm going along with that. All I'm doing is the most recent block, I'm going along with the most darkest color along that way, okay? So it's very simple. That is all we're doing. Now, let's just say right here, we got a green one and then we got the trend block. Unfortunately, the market didn't give us a W formation. Remember, we were looking for W's or M formations. We got the block, and what did the market do? It just went straight in. So sometimes we're not going to get that. It just happens. So, but if by any chance, when you get one of these blocks and the daily candle is going along with that block, then it is possible that you could enter right away in the market. If not, then it's best to wait for, again, W or M formation. So let's take a look at another pair, or let's take a look at how are we going to configure the dashboard so that we can get alerts and pretty much go along with that. So this is the dashboard, the EA. You go to experts, you go to properties, and then pretty much again, you put in your license key, and then you're going to choose the pair list. Put as many as you can. Why? Because we're going to follow only one strategy, which is the M or the W formation. So very simple. As many as you can have. So this way, of course, you're not going to enter in every single alert that you see out there. So once you do that, you're going to drag, you're going to come back all the way at the bottom where you see dashboard columns, okay? So very simple. You're going to look for M15 reversal block, true, M15 reversal retest as true, and I would say so just to leave it like this to start off, and then the rest is going to be on false. The only thing that is going to be on true, it's going to be your daily candle as true, and then you're also going to have your mid-level as true. And the other thing that you're going to change is going to be your M15 block settings, right? So again, we talked about 21 as being that you might get more entries, or 34 that you might get less alerts. So for right now, you can start at 34. Once you get used to this, you can change it to 21. Once you understand more how you can see the M or W formations. Again, with 21, you're going to get more alerts. So If you're starting out, let's leave it as 34. You're still going to get alerts because you're going to be able to put at least 20 pairs. So if you put in 20 pairs, I'm sure during the day you're going to get at least 5 to 6 entries. Okay, so very, very important. Okay, so once you do that, you're going to go to OK. I'm going to press cancel because it's already there. And then you should be able to get this, right? Very simple, very straightforward. Just M15 reversal block, M15 retest, daily candle, and the mid-level. So now, of course, you're going to have a lot more pairs. That is going to give you more possibilities. Now, what do? All we're going to do is we're going to wait for the alerts. I would suggest that if you have something, let's say right now, we get a bearish block, right? And this is already red, bearish and below, where it could be higher probabilities that we can take a look at it and then see if it's forming an M formation, right, to sell. If it's not, then we move on and we look for something else. Now, let's just say in here for pound dollar, we get an alert to buy and we have a daily candle. And we're below the mid-level. Is it possible that we can get in? Yes. Why? Because we're looking for W formation. If it's going above the mid-level, that is awesome as well. But if it's not, it's okay. All we're doing is that we're not going to hold for too long, right? Okay, so we get a bullish block. All we're going to do is we're going to see if we're getting a W formation that we want to buy. Again, we're looking for M formations, right? M formations right here. Let me just draw it. M formation. We're going to sell on the second leg, right? We want to see if the daily candle is going bearish. If it's not, we can take a look at it still and maybe enter later on when it's actually bearish. If we are below the mid-level, that is also great. Better, even better news. If it's not, it's okay as well. But the more is going our way, the better it is. Now, again, if we want to buy, we want to look for what? W formations, right? And we want to enter on the second leg, right? So, for example, on pound dollar right over here, right? Pound dollar right here, we have a bullish candle. If I go and look at the charts and I see that it's forming a W formation, then I could possibly get in and buy because we're scalping and we can get in 15 to 20 pips. So, hey, I'm happy with that. I can get in and get out. So let's say New Zealand dollar right here, right? This one says bearish and below. If I get an alert right over here, a bearish block, then I could definitely take a look at and see if it's giving me what? An M formation and it's a second leg. If I get a bullish block, let's just say, for example, if I get a bullish block on New Zealand and this is bearish and this is below, well, I can look at it and see what are the possibilities that this trade could work, okay? That is pretty much, if I get a bullish block, my question is, what are the probabilities that this trade is going to work? Is it forming a W formation, or is it way too far that I can not even dare to get in? So you still have to look at it and see, so you can start learning the different variations in the market, right? So let's take a look at pound New Zealand right now for a second. If I take a look at pound New Zealand, well, it's obviously, let me just give me 1 second. I was making some changes right over here. And okay, so here it is. So pound New Zealand, up here on, let me go down to M15 and see, obviously we didn't get a what? A W formation. Well, we can kind of see that right over here, the market yesterday, we did get a block over here, market went up, came back down again to take the stop losses from here, and then from there it went up. So in a way, we did get a W formation, but not the one that we're looking for, right? We're looking for another, that we get the trend block, market to go up, to come back down somehow, and then go up and give me another reversal block in order to enter, right? That's what we're looking for. But in here, we just pretty much got the block, and we had a bullish candle, daily candle, and the market, boom, went up after that. So again, let me just make sure that my reversal block, so let me put it on 34 so you could see. No, there's nothing in there. If I change it to 21, maybe it is possible. Okay, so no, there's no information. So right here, let me just show you an example of what could happen. Right here, we had an affirmation before. This block was right over here, but since the market went higher, then obviously the block was, it had to reform again because the market made a new high and it didn't make a newer low. Pretty much that's what happened. It didn't break structure before. But if I could tell that before we had this right over here, we had this block. We had this block right here. The market went down a little bit. It came back up again. And of course, the market made a tiny new high. Ugh, I don't like this drawing board right here. The market made a new high. And then that's why I was able to pretty much, let's just use this. The market made a new high right here, right? Made a new high, and that's why the market just pretty much gave us that, I'm sorry, I'm just trying over here to work this out. So we had a nice block over here. The market went down a little bit. It made a new high, and then finally the market went down. Also, I'm looking right here at the daily chart, right? So this was yesterday, which is the red candle. After that, I can kind of tell that, hey, the market kind of in a way gave me an information. Then I also have a bearish candle, daily candle. There are high probabilities that I could actually get in here, okay? And how can we tell this? I want to show you something else. Right now, we have here yesterday's high and yesterday's low indicator, okay? When we get a block close to this, you see how the market in a way here gave us an information. The market came out of yesterday's high, this right here, this line, and then after that it gave me a sell entry. So we can take advantage of this only and only if we're going along with the daily candle. So if this is today, this is yesterday, which was a bearish daily candle, right? So the market went down, and take a look at what happened today. The market went down. We kind of see a W formation right here. This is yesterday's low. The market actually went through it, right? And then when we got the block, we were going along with the daily candle. And then, as you can tell, this actually worked out very, very nice. Do we always get something like this? No. This is like the only chance. So right now, you have two options, but I still want you to only work right now with the M and the W formation. When it comes down, let me just look for it, because I'm trying to look for it, but I don't actually see it right now on this couple of examples. Let me just change this for 1 second. Let me change it to 21 just to kind of show you something. Okay, this is the perfect example right here. Okay, so this is one type of entry right over here, we get the block, the trend block. Remember, we're following the darkest color, right here, the bullish trend block. The market goes up, we're not going to enter right away, we're gonna wait. The market goes up, it goes down, it gives us another reversal block right over here, and this is pretty much where we would enter. We would enter right over here, and of course the market went up. So that's exactly what we're looking for. We want to wait, if we want to buy, for this block to happen first. The market goes up, it gives us some type of retracement, and then the market goes up in here. So we're able to tell, can you tell the W formation right here, right? And then the market went up. Of course, we're trying to enter on the second leg, which is right here. So this was the first leg, and the second leg right over here, and then we're hoping that the market actually goes in our direction. If the daily candle is going in our direction, there are higher probabilities that the trade is going to work your way. So this is the main idea of what I want you to do. I want you to ignore this entry, and I want you to wait for the second entry going with the trend block. Okay, very, very simple. Now again, the other example that I was telling you just before, in here we can see a block, and yesterday there are high probabilities that we had a trend block right over here forming, right? It kind of formed. We would have not entered because again we're waiting for an M formation to happen, right? But this is the tricky part. The market made a new high right over here by this new high today, right? So we're like, very interesting. So the market goes up, we get this block. I know we had a trend block yesterday, the market went down, and we were waiting for the second leg to happen. Did it actually happen? Yes, it actually happened. Although we do not see the trend block in here, this is the other alternative. Although the trend block is no longer there, this is an M formation, okay? Of course, it already happened. So the best thing that you need to understand is that, hey, this block was formed now because it broke yesterday's high. We already had a block yesterday, and I would enter and I would wait until I'm going along with the daily candle. So we actually got the entry right over here, which at the time of that entry, we still had a bullish daily candle, okay, right over here. So the best alternative that I could say to you is, hey, wait until that candle is bearish and you can give it a try, and then you can enter right somewhere around here, and then, you know, obviously it will work. Now we're gonna have an extra addition into this strategy, which is the daily mid-level, right? Which we already have talked about it many times. So the daily, if we are below it, or we are entering below, if we want to sell, of course, below the daily mid-level, then right there we could just enter, and if we're going along with the daily candle, of course, if we have an information, this is the best thing that could happen. Okay, this is the best thing. Right now a block is forming, so let's just say you see these blocks forming over here. Ask yourself, should you enter in here? Should you? Yes or not? I would not enter, right? Why are we not entering? Although we are below yesterday's low, we have not had any W formation yet to enter. We would like at least, you see how we have this on yesterday? Let's say if we were going to enter today, we want it to be at least something on here from yesterday, like a low from yesterday, that could be forming a W formation. So if we get a buy in here, I will not enter. One, because the probabilities are very low. Two, I'm going against the daily candle. 3, I am below yesterday's mid-level. So there are many things that are going along against it that could lead for this trade to not work. Okay, so very simple. There are many other strategies that we could use this, but for right now, I do not want you to use this. So all we're focusing here is M and W formations. This is the only thing that we're going to look into it, and we're going to look under the next example other different type of strategies that I'm going to teach you along that we can actually learn and enter in here. So let's just say, for example, we have our what? Our trend block right over here, right? The market goes up, but yet we are waiting for a reversal block, for a gray block, or if we color it in differently, then it will be a different color. But I am waiting for a reversal block to happen first. Let's just do this for 1 second. Okay, to happen first. So there are many things that I want you to take a look at. Is that how far are you from the mid-level? This is yesterday's mid-level right over here, okay? This is yesterday. This dotted line separates today and yesterday. This is yesterday's mid-level. This acts as a what? A support or resistance. So one of the things that you need to understand is the further away the price is from it, the harder it is that the trade is going to go your way. So all I'm doing is, we're not going to enter on this retest yet. Although you might go along with the daily candle, we're not doing that. We got here the trend block, and we are waiting for a second block that is called the reversal block. So we're waiting for the market to go up and then give me a reversal block somewhere around here. In order for me to enter, of course, I need to go along with the candle, daily candle, and my exit will be around here. Why? Because this is acting as a support and resistance, and because I am too far from it. You need to keep that in mind. So sometimes we do have it on some other ones. Let's say this one, this could have acted as support and resistance, but since I'm going along the daily candle, I did kind of have a W formation forming here too. This could have been also a support, and then the market actually was bounced off from here a little bit and then was able to break it out. But I just want to show you a better example of when to ignore it and when to not ignore it. When the difference between yesterday's and today is not too much. You see how it's just a little leg right here? When we have a big difference, a big step, like right here, this is a big step, okay? This we're not going to buy because this is acting as a support, and then it's pushing down the market even further, okay? Right here, it acted as a support, resistance, and it pushed down the market even further. So that is one of the things that I really want you to take a look at or take into account this. So again, all I'm doing is I'm waiting for a reversal block, or sometimes even a retest of this reversal block, but that the M and the W formations are already there, that are clear, that you can see it, that it could happen, okay? So again, let's just say for euro dollar, if I want to buy, I have to wait for a W formation. I don't see it yet. I don't see any W formation really forming. So, we'll have to wait for a bullish block. If I get a bearish block, there are maybe higher probabilities that the market might keep on going lower because we're so far away from here. But again, we're looking for M and W formations. This is part of that strategy. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you in the next following lessons that we're going to be learning more about different strategies. So for this strategy, in summary, all you have to do is you're going to have this very simple dashboard, the reversal block, the daily candle, and the mid-level. And then all you have to do is put in at least 20 pairs, right? You're gonna set it up either on the settings for 21 or 34, and 15 right over here. So 21, you're gonna get more alerts. 34, you're gonna get a little bit of less alerts, but could be a little bit more reliable, okay? And once you do that, once you get the alert, you're gonna take a look at the chart, and all you have to do is see if you're going along with the trend block within the same time frame. Now, if you want to change this to any other time frame, you can do so. This is going to work clearly on M5. This is also going to work on H1. So you can actually do this on any time frame. I suggest M15 is going to be a good one to start off. Once you get more used to this, you can actually also trade it on M5. And on H1, you can actually do it as well, okay? So, of course, you're going to get less alerts on here because the movements are much longer, much bigger, excuse me, so you might get not too many alerts. So I would suggest the best would be M15 for right now. And then if you get better at this, you can actually do this on M5. So I will see you on the next following lessons.